Hello and welcome to the Evesham Gamer. I am the Evesham Gamer. My name is Martin, and I actually thought for this particular occasion, I'll do something a little bit different. Okay, I'll just sit and talk to you about game collecting in Evesham, and no one else talks about it that I know of in Evesham because there really isn't that much here. But I mean, I could talk about gaming as a whole in Evesham, but then a lot of people game, so it's not really it's not really going to be a hot topic, just gaming. But yeah, welcome to this on this very sunny day today. I'm just sort of sit out here in the garden and crack open a cheap fucking cider because I can't be bothered to get this expensive stuff because I had a bit of a rough night last night, and I'm expecting at least one comment say that I'm on the pop. I am on the pop. Might get a few cats jumping past as well. My kitten seems be a little bit scatty at the moment because they just turned about 15 years old. Anyway, so game collecting in Evesham. Well, you're pretty limited, to be perfectly honest with you. So in Evesham, I've actually put a laptop out here just to go basically over some charity shops that we've got now. Sue Ryder's closed. It was only a small one, and you never find anything in there. So you've got the St Richard's Hospice, which is generally, sometimes you get quite lucky in there. I've seen a few 360 games, from time to time in there that are not heavy hitters, but like 20 quid games. But the problem that we all see throughout the country in regards to charity shops is a lot of them these days will charge the same price as CEX. CEX is like the fucking go-to for any shop that's selling games these days. I mean, a few independent stores like Retrosect in Tewkesbury will put their prices either slightly higher or slightly lower. Some things are, I don't know, I think it's down to the individual when it comes to individual shops. So, but charity-wise in Evesham, you've got an Oxfam, and then there's a British Heart Foundation, and then there's Salvation Army. They're all a waste of time in Evesham, absolute waste of time. But yeah, St Richard's Hospice is one that's pretty good. This past Christmas or the Christmas before, I think they were doing these kind of deals where it was like, I don't know what it was, buy one get one free or something like that, no, it was like 25% off games. That was right. And then it was like, if you bought three, it was like another 25% off each. So it was like 50% off each game. And at that particular point, there was a box Sega Mega Drive 2, lovely condition, and it was about 8 to 10 games, and I had most of those. And it really is a case of, I guess you just got to go out quite frequently. But when I have been out frequently around Evesham, around the charity shops, St Richard's Hospice has always been the one to go for. The next one that they used to, but they don't seem to so much anymore. Usually like 1 or 2 games seem to appear. So for this particular shop, it's called the Vale Wildlife Hospital and Rehabilitation Centre. That one's like, fucking hell, you walk in there and fucking hell, it's a charity shop, I tell you. It stinks, but I've had fuck all. I think I had a nice copy of V-Rally for the PlayStation 1 and a nice copy of Puzzle Bobble, I think it was, actually, Puzzle Bobble. Bust a Move. From that particular shop. That's the only other one worth going to. Daisy Chain, a benevolent fund. Nah, waste of time. That's a total fucking waste of time. That one is. And as I said, the Salvation Army, the British Red Cross, Tracy Solis Leukemia Trust, and obviously there's no point in even going anywhere near them. Sue Ryder, as I say, that's closed now. That's now some fucking weird bun shop or something opening soon. Something like that. There's a Relate as well in Evesham. Again, not worth going to. Roundabout is, I say it's in Evesham. It's actually in Blackminster Business Park in Blackminster. So it's kind of technically Evesham. But when you get there, it's a big warehouse. So, but I've never seen any games in there. So again, waste of time on that one. That pretty much leaves you with CEX. Now, a lot of people, I'm not gonna, I am not. I've got no concerns or anything about Evesham CEX. I've frequently found some really good stuff in that particular store, which is great considering it's on my doorstep. The guys that run it seem to be pretty cool. I've met a few ex-CEX employees around the town. A couple of those have some harsh things to say about the management there, but that seems to be a general consensus throughout the board. For example, if you're looking at looking on the CEX Reddit sub or the subreddit of CEX, yeah. But yeah, I've had some good stuff out there. I'm just watching my cat. She's fucking crazy. One of the black ones, the black one. Hopefully she doesn't jump down there on the camera. But yeah, I mean, like, for example, like in CEX, there was a big, oh, this is what I mean, the fucking cat. She just fucking jumped up on there as I said it. I sit out here, they're always hovering around me. But yeah, there was one point that they had someone come in there with I think it was about 20 Mega Drive games, and virtually most of them were immaculate. Games like the Hurricanes, I think the Flintstones. There was Sylvester and Tweety, Asterix. There was a fucking load of them, and I fucking basically bought a lot of them. Some other examples: Pandora's Tower Collector's Edition on the Wii, the Legend of Zelda Four Swords Adventure, big box version with the Game Boy Advance cable, in fucking immaculate condition. I had that as well. Dreamcast game. Only very recently had some decent Dreamcast games out there. Very rarely do I ever get any bad Dreamcast games from there, or would I ever see them there. So Alone in the Dark was one I picked up the other week. There was another one as well. Can't remember what it was now, but you really have to just keep an eye on the CEX app, and specifically Evesham if you're looking for stuff that's coming in. It's really kind of difficult for collecting in Evesham itself. Now, I've only ever had one Facebook win, Facebook Marketplace, which I still check that, but I never fucking use it anymore. Because it's fucking, as the saying goes, it's grifters. There's fucking grifters everywhere, and then there's fucking people that just don't know what the fuck they've got, selling games like Sonic the Hedgehog for 75 quid. And there's another guy, there's one of the grifters in Evesham, because there's two of that I know of. Main ones anyway. There's one guy, I ain't gonna mention his name, but he fucking says he sells stuff for charity, but he sells it for ridiculous prices. I mean, like, it took me almost a year to get this guy to sell me virtual pinball on the Mega Drive for 15 quid. He had it for 20 quid, and a year, it was more than that, it was sitting there, and he wouldn't fucking take less. Oh, I'm doing it for charity. So I went and met him, lovely fucking bloke. But he pulled out a full set of Silent Hill games, and he wanted £1,000 or something like that, 800 quid for them. So the PlayStation, like Silent Hill, and I did buy Silent Hill 2 off of him, like is it the limited edition one? And that fucking, I think I got a £5 off of it. It was like 60. No, I didn't pay 60 quid. I think I paid 45 at the time for it. But even then it was expensive. But he was asking ridiculous prices for some of the most shittiest games you've ever seen. And he wouldn't budge. And I was just like, fuck you, I ain't dealing with you anymore. You know, he gave me all the spiel when I met him. Like, oh, you're a really nice bloke. Yeah, all right, Mark. No worries. I'll do you a deal. Fuck off. You fucking did me a deal, my arse. Fucking hell. And you ain't doing it for charity either. You're doing it for yourself. So, yeah. So CEX is basically the only place you can get retro stuff from in Evesham, aside from Marketplace. Now, another grifter that I know of, he thinks he's a famous fucking rapper. And I guess to a certain extent, he is, sort of. But he was selling Metro video games on Facebook Marketplace, and he was overcharging, to be fair. But I caught him out. He was selling stuff on the same stuff on eBay, but he wouldn't. And he was told me that he basically lied. He said that he wasn't this particular person, and it wasn't him, and he was full of shit. And I effectively exposed the cunt, to be honest with you. Like he's like, oh, Rammy and Grammy, you get me. He talks like that, and he's actually Polish, but he sounds like he's fucking English, but he thinks he's fucking black. Anyway, this guy was a grifter, all right, and he probably still is at it somewhere as well. But I know where he lives. He called me all the names under the fucking sun, and I just was very polite and just said, "Oh, you don't need to talk to me like that. You know, there's no reason for that. You know, just being smart, really." There was another guy that I was aware of. I don't think it's the same stall runner anymore, but a guy used to run basically a CD, DVD, vinyl stall on Evesham Market. I was told by charity shops that he would go into them and he had a deal with them where if they got anything decent in, he'd get first dibs. So he fucking rinsed it, I tell you. And I believe he's still doing it, but it doesn't affect me personally. But yeah, those are the three kind of grifters that I know of in Evesham. And I know that they sell stuff to CEX as well. So, but all in all, I mean, like, it's very difficult to do collecting in Evesham. You know, the stuff that is available around. I think there's a copy of Mega Turrican currently going for 200 quid in Evesham, and I know that's an expensive and a collectible game, and it's not in bad condition from what I see. But Facebook Marketplace is just full of fucking scammers and shit. I don't even use it. I just look now. So yeah, CEX is the main place to go in Evesham. You're very restricted to what you can buy, where you can buy. Another place that occasionally has stuff, but he generally takes it over to Ben at Retro Sect in Tewkesbury, is Evesham House Clearance. Guy called Adam runs it. A really nice bloke. I got a few sealed Xbox 360 games from there, but it's, you know, again, fucking hell, it is absolutely pot luck. I mean, I did say to this Adam, if you get anything in, just let me know and I'll give you a shout. What does that make me? Hey, fucking, you know, well, it doesn't make me a grifter, because when I buy stuff, I fucking keep it, and if I don't keep it, I fucking give it away. So yeah, I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to that side of things. I mean, obviously there's other places like eBay. I mean, I occasionally done a few searches on eBay and then narrowed it down to like a 10-mile radius from Evesham. I've seen a few bits and pieces, not much. There's a Master System Power Strike cartridge on there for I think 40 quid at the moment, something like that, on eBay in Evesham, but with no fucking game in it. It ain't got the fucking chipboard. So it's like, what the fuck? Why would you fucking buy that? Well, if you were savvy enough, you could probably find someone to make you a repo or a reproduction chipboard and a fucking, I don't know, summer games on the Master System, and then fucking sell it off as Power Strike. But then you'd be a cunt, wouldn't you? So, but there you go. Yeah, so yeah, and that's basically it. There isn't anywhere else to go collecting in Evesham. In regards to for like gaming stuff, like gaming pubs or stuff like that, it's none of that. There is a gaming van that goes around here somewhere. I've seen it around the area. I don't think it's based in Evesham, but it's a custom fitted van with like retro game systems and fucking Xbox and PlayStation 5 and whatever. And you can rent it out to go to parties and things like that. One of the local youth clubs nearest to me, Our Side Youth Association, when I was doing some work with them, I remember that they had an Xbox One S and a Nintendo Switch for the kids, young adults. I didn't see anything else like Mega Drives and stuff, and I did offer to say, look, I can donate a few things to you, but they never took me up on the offer, which reminds me, I really must give that Gary from the Prince's Trust a call, because he'll be able to to sort that out. Oh, it was a while ago now. Yeah, but other than that, you don't see anything. People talking about it. You quite often see people posting on groups like Spotted in Evesham or Evesham Community or something like that. And also on the Nextdoor app, people saying, you know, I'm a local video game collector. If you've got a Mega Drive or a Sega Saturn or a Neo Geo sitting in your loft or in your cupboard, I'll take it. I'll pay you cash. Yeah, and these people don't pay very fucking much, because I've contacted them and said, I've got this for sale. And they're like, I'll give you 50 quid for it. It's like, who do you fucking think I am, mate? Seriously, you're fucking with the wrong guy here, honestly. So, yeah, very hard to collect in Evesham for video games. I mean, obviously you've got the internet and you can order fucking from online from TEGS and whatever. Yeah, that's fine. But if you're kind of restricted, you don't have many options. I mean, the only two places in Evesham that sell new video games are Argos and Curry's PC World. Well, I'm not even fucking bothered with Curry's PC World, but Argos sometimes has some deals, you know, on games where they're just getting rid of them. Like, you know, like WWE 2K 2023, something like that, where the servers were already fucking shut down, things like that. And I know that occasionally B&M have Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5 games, but they're always like bottom of the barrel stuff, like a tenner. So, e.g. Super Lucky's Tale, things like that. Although I did see Ghostbusters, the video game, remastered on the Switch for a tenner in there about a year or 6 months ago, and that's a good game. But it's not retro, is it? Let's be honest. But as a gaming collecting as a whole, whether you're fucking new or old collecting or all of it, you're very restricted. You really have to dig deep. Best things to say. I did start off a little bit earlier saying it. That I found on Facebook Marketplace was a Sega Master System with about 10 games. One, you know, there was Rampage, Ghouls and Ghosts, or was it Ghosts and Goblins? I forget which version that is on Master System, but they were all box complete. I think I paid the guy 50 quid for the lot. I offered more and he wouldn't take it. And then my sister-in-law told me on, was it Free Cycle, someone was just giving away 20, I think it said some Wii games, there was 10 of them, but there was actually like 30 of them, including the Mario Party games, Mario Kart Wii. Yeah, so I'm keeping an eye on my cat, because she fucking jumps down here now, right? This is what you get with teenage fucking cats. They're just fucking crazy. So yeah, that's it. It's very, very difficult for you to find anything in Evesham. You've got to be really lucky, and you have to go outside of Evesham to find stuff. But yeah, I mean, if I was to say the best place to go in Evesham for games, obviously it's CEX. Okay, so, and they do get some good stuff, and you just got to get there before me. So, but yeah, it's. I'm just glad there is a CEX here, because it wouldn't be much of a reason to go out, to be perfectly honest with you, because a lot of Evesham's fucking shut. Shops are shutting everywhere. The fucking, what was a fucking, you know, shopping centre was fucking run down to shit. And probably one of the worst nightclubs in the fucking area, Marilyn's, which has been going for a long time, so I ain't knocking it for that, but it is fucking run down. Been there once, that was enough for me. And that was only about 3 years ago. So fucking hell. Won't be going clubbing ever again in my life, I can tell you. Right. That's it. That's the collecting in Evesham. There ain't nothing else to fucking look for. There's nowhere else to go. That's it. It's pretty fucking dead. So unless you live in a city, you're pretty fucking stuck. But fortunately, just a stone's throw away, Retrosec down in Tewkesbury. And actually, there is a guy, and I can't remember his fucking name off the top of my head now, Toby, who I've been talking to, and I'll be talking more about this in the near future. It's just, he lives in Moreton and Marsh, and he's just set up his new website for retro games and Pokemon cards and Pokemon stuff. So I will be sharing those details very soon with you, and I will be meeting Toby in person very, very soon. So another avenue for games. So he's local to Evesham. So, but yeah. Anyway, that's it from me. That's me fucking going on about the games collecting in Evesham and what you're restricted to, really. So anyway, I'll leave you to it. Enjoy the weekend, or enjoy whatever you're doing after you see this video. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them below. I always do my best to respond to them, and I'll talk to you on the next one. All right, take care of yourselves. Cheerio.